Hey guys, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast with the RedShow. As usual, it's me, Henry, joined by my co-hosts.
Oh, you're not going to say our names? All right, yeah, hi. Hello.
God, so I thought you guys were ready to just jump in. I'm joined by Heli and I'm joined by Lloyd, as usual, ready to get started talking about all things Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal. How are you guys doing this week? It's been an interesting week of fixtures with some interesting news that we'll go into in just a moment. How are you all feeling after that game week?
Good, brilliant, happy.
Yeah, same here. Managed to get through just about, so very pleased.
As usual, I am depressed. But that is what you expect from a Man United fan these days, unfortunately.
The world is healing.
The world is not healing. The world is hurting bad under the grip of American terrorists, as it were. Alleged terrorists. They don't sue me, please.
Sorry.
Americans. We're talking about the Glazer family, of course, and their ruining of my beloved club. But maybe not that ruining that we need to talk about this week. More of the ruining of a certain Geordie bunch that came down from the north. And not that they destroyed us, although they did. More that we didn't try. Heli, how did you see that game?
Bro, that last minute of you talking was just a whole lot of yappa.
Oh, good.
The game. I mean, my prediction was actually spot on. Newcastle, comfortable 1-0 win. You know, they sucked the game really well. Obviously, Man United, some individual errors here and there. But I do think going forward, Newcastle will be in a bit of trouble with Pope getting injured. And their injury list is getting long. But overall, that game was very, very good. I think Newcastle were clearly the deserved winners.
Yep, I would agree with that comment. I mean, we'll go through our predictions in a minute when we've gone through all the news of the week and kind of discuss kind of how we did and how some of us made bold shouts and that didn't pay off at all. But you did speak about Pope there just a second ago, and it is a big loss for Newcastle despite their dominant performance. They might not be happy because of that. The paper talk this week has all been about David De Gea and could he potentially make a move up to Tyneside? Lloyd, what did you make of all that?
I mean, in the short term, I don't see why not for David De Gea because he currently doesn't have a club, and Nick Pope's out for 4 to 5 months. I think Eddie Howe said so. He's out for 4 months, so he's out for a long time. But it would just be interesting what will happen if Nick Pope ends up, obviously coming back from the injury, and if you have those two, surely one of them's not going to be very happy being on the bench. So I think a loan move might be a better option than actually getting David De Gea in.
I see exactly what you mean, and of course they have been linked this week with Aaron Ramsdale as well, though it's a little bit less feasible, but given its game time, a loan deal could be possible. It's not been discussed, but it's actually a kind of smart idea there from yourself. I see it happening just because De Gea is just on the market and he won't want much, will he, to just go and be a goalkeeper again, be a starter again. Of course, last year's Golden Glove winner can get back to winning ways in Newcastle. So we'll see what happens. But the important thing being that Man United aren't very good at the moment, so that's fun. One club played 2 games since we last spoke, and that is the beloved Arsenal of Heli fame. So how did the games go, Heli? How do you think? Do you think Arsenal did a good job? Do you think they did a bad job? Give us your thoughts.
So, how was your rogue shout, Henry?
Well, I say we'll go through predictions in a minute once we've gone through the news.
That's what I was.
But it didn't go very well. But we'll go into more depth about that in a bit later.
But classic Arsenal, this was in my opinion. Dominate for 80 plus minutes. Literally, I thought it was gonna be 4-5-0 before half time, but then Wolves hit a goal late on. Next thing you know, panic sets. Well, for me anyway, panic set in, and it's just your classic Arsenal performance. They dominate the whole game. They're one moment slips, and next thing they're on the back foot. So I think towards the end we got away with it a bit, but we definitely deserve to win.
I'd agree with that statement exactly. I mean, it's annoying that they got that they couldn't keep that clean sheet again. It does seem to be an issue with them, is that the clean sheets don't really come very often.
Oh, I'll get onto that in a minute, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, with some other issues from other games this week, but it's so annoying because I got Saliba in my fantasy team because I knew he was a classy defender. I'm sure a clean sheet was coming against a Wolves. Good God, but no. No chance at all. But of course, it wasn't the only game this week. Of course, just the other day, Luton came to town. Can you tell us a slightly different story, Heli?
Right, first things first, right? Raya, you 5'8" little pussy. Get out my... No, Joe, I actually like him. I don't know why I'm cussing him out. I actually like him as a goalie. It's just that I think Ramsdale's a lot better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, but arguably all three of Luton's goals were down to Raya just being a short ass. So, I mean, like... But shot stopping, like, his distribution is very good. But, yeah, all three goals could have easily been prevented. But, no, King Declan Rice fighting. Honestly... That was honestly probably my limbs of the season. I celebrated more last night than I did against City. But Luton, I think everyone knew it would be a bit of a challenge, but I didn't know it'd be like that much of a challenge. We were like genuinely struggling for the whole 90. So honestly, fair play to Luton, but that's what winners do. We win.
Very true. I mean, Luton have had some great performances recently against some big clubs. One of which being Liverpool. So, Lloyd, what are your thoughts? Did you catch the Arsenal game against Luton? Did you see any of the mayhem?
I mean, I've seen the goals. I didn't end up watching the match, but I mean, yeah, Arsenal managing to get that last minute winner. Would they have gone and got that last season necessarily? I mean, they did against Bournemouth, of course, at the Emirates with Reece Nelson, but they just seem to keep on managing to win games, and that is what title winners do. That's what they will eventually end up continuing to do. So if they want to win that title, they've got to keep on pushing. And there seems to be like a different sort of fight about Arsenal this year. They just, at times when they might not be playing the best, they seem to pull it out the bag. They got it against Brentford with Kai Havertz. Of course, he scored again. So is that back-to-back? No, it's not back-to-back.
King Kai.
He is performing, and he's definitely contributing to Arsenal's season for sure. Some important goals, but I still don't see it. For me, I don't see the quality there that I should expect from a Premier League player, in my opinion. But, I mean, what can I say? We've got Anthony Martial, so what can I say? But yeah, it was certainly an interesting couple of games there. But Lloyd's, what about some of those goals for Liverpool this week? It was quite a weekend for them.
Oh, it was just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, for worldies, I know Trent's free kick went down as an own goal, but that's just a brilliant strike, and it's unfortunate for Leno. I mean, McAllister's goal is just ridiculous, especially that being his first goal for the club. Endo coming off the bench, getting a goal as well, and then Alexander-Arnold in the last minute winning the game. So going forward, those goals, incredible. But yeah, defensively, not very good. Bit worried about Kelleher, to be honest. He had a bit of a mare in the game, made one or two errors. But yeah, I mean, defensively, we were just not on it. And luckily enough, our quality got us through the game.
Yeah, it seemed to be the case. I mean, Heli, did you catch this game as well? Did you see some of these?
Yeah. Oh, McAllister's goal, unbelievable. I was saying this to you guys last night when we went out. I know, okay, Garnacho's goal is better. I'm not questioning that. But I'd rather score McAllister's goal just because how satisfying it is. I'd rather score McAllister's goal. But I'm not. Garnacho's is better. I'm not saying it's not. Garnacho's is far better. But I'd rather just do what McAllister did, in my opinion. But what a game though. Seriously,
it really was, and I mean, full credit goes to Fulham because they really took the game to you guys. And at one point, I really thought they could do it. When they were 3-2 up, I thought, they could even at least get a point out of this game. They deserve to get at least a point out of this game. And of course, you guys came back and managed to score two. And the kind of finish from Alexander-Arnold for the winner was fantastic as well.
Well, Trent again with his goal-scoring form.
Yeah, it's like he could have had two.
Yeah,
probably should have been two, but of course only gets counted as once, unfortunately. But yeah, no, I mean, it's as king of the rogue shout, I probably shouldn't judge you for that decision for your opinion on which goal you'd rather score. But for me, there is only one winner, and that is Garnacho. For fair reason, I think, at least in my opinion. But yeah, some great performances this week. So we'll move on and we'll talk about our kind of topic of the week this week, and then we'll come back and do predictions for this week and last week. So our topic of the week this week, we decided we were going to have a look at the Euros again, just because We've had a bunch of information come out, including who is going to be in each group, and we've got the playoff information as well. So we're going to try and predict who's going to win, but first of all, each of these groups, and then who's going to win the entire thing, going through each of the knockout rounds. And I've got a little spreadsheet on the screen for you guys to see exactly what's going on. First of all, we need to talk about the third place, not the third place team, sorry, the kind of qualifying groups, because there's a few teams that aren't yet in it. So there's 3 paths, one being Path A, which is Wales, Finland, Poland, and Estonia. Path B, which is Bosnia, Ukraine, Israel, and Iceland. Path C, which is Georgia, Luxembourg, Greece, and Kazakhstan. For the purposes of this prediction, we're only going to say one of these teams is in the groups, and we're going to basically make our prediction for who we think is going to win these paths, basically, each one, and then put them in as our options in each of the groups, if that makes any sense. So, Heli, we'll start with you. Who do you think goes through for Path A? Some big teams in there. I think one key one, I think, is standing out to me as the one to go for, in my opinion. But let's see what you think.
Poland or Wales, but I think Poland. I think they should do it, really, in my opinion.
Of course, they've got Lewandowski in there to score all the goals, and Zielinski in there, who's been key to Napoli recently. Lloyd, do you not think Wales deserves a bit more of a shout in there?
No, I've got to agree with Heli, to be honest. Of course, Wales now without Gareth Bale, who is a brilliant player and was massive for them. He's like their talisman. Every single time they go into a tournament, they'd look up to him for the goals and for the magic moments. And now that I look at Wales, it is a bit of a big drop-off. Like, I mean, they've gone from Gareth Bale to what? Is it Brennan Johnson?
Brennan Johnson and Harry Wilson, and there is one other one, but I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're decent players, but yeah, I do expect Poland to win. I mean, of course, they've still got Lewandowski up top, who will be massive for them. But yeah, for me, I am going to go Poland. I think they will win this.
I think it is likely, and I agree with you, it is Poland to go through for me as well, so we'll put them into the groups. But I think people need to remember Poland's depth is... I wouldn't say their depth is as good as Wales, in my opinion. Wales seems like a level, and the squad is the level. With Poland, they've got some big names, but also some players that are quite low in quality. So I'll go with Poland, but I think keep an eye out for Wales, because they're not out of this yet, and they will give Poland a good run for their money. So we'll move on to Path B then, Lloyd. That's Bosnia, Ukraine, Israel, and Iceland. Is this one easy as well?
I think there is a standout. I'm going to go with Ukraine. I think looking at the 4 teams, Ukraine drew against England, I think it was, in the qualifying rounds, and then I think they got something out of a game against Italy. So they're more than capable of playing against these bigger sides and getting something out of it. And in comparison to Bosnia, Israel, and Iceland, I just do think that they are a more better team. They've got more better players. Like, Zinchenko, who's key for them. So, yeah, Ukraine for me to go through.
Yep, I agree. Also, Ukraine. Bosnia don't have Pjanic anymore. Israel only really have that man from Celtic. I think his name's Abada or something. And Iceland, their best player, ended up being a bit of a bad person. So they aren't in it for me either. Heli, I assume you agree with us on that regard?
Yeah, no, 100% has to be Ukraine. If they don't, then they should be very disappointed.
I agree with that. Cool, so we'll quickly move on then through Path C and then get into the groups. So Path C is, of course, Georgia, Luxembourg, Greece, and Kazakhstan. I'm going to lead us off with the predictions on this one, because I'm going to make not a rogue shout, but a bit of an upset. I'm going to go with Georgia to go through. I think Kvaratskhelia and Mamardashvili are going to lead the team to the Euros. I know people might not agree with me. I know there's a better team in there on paper.
We get it, you play FIFA.
But Kvaratskhelia is incredible. He's crushing the Serie A. He's Serie A's best winger. And Mamardashvili, who's the goalkeeper as well, playing in for Valencia in the La Liga, and is a quality keeper. And I think they are up for an upset. I think somebody's got to put an upset in here. Otherwise, it's all just going to be very boring, the same team's winning it over and over again. So I'm going to go Georgia. Heli, I'm going to assume you think that's a weird shout and you're going to go with Greece?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, you're a FIFA match. I'm not going to lie to you, you're a FIFA. Well, to be honest with you, none of these path qualifier winners are going to get out of the group for me, so I don't really care. but I'd go with Greece, just because on paper and historically, I just think they have to go through.
Fair. I mean, fair enough. They are probably the better team on paper, and they have made more tournaments. Of course, they've won the tournament before. Lloyd, do you agree, or are you going to come over to the dark side with me?
I'm gonna come over to the dark side with you.
Yeah! Come on with the rogue shouts.
I think Georgia. Well, if you look at the 4 teams, do they really have a standout player?
No.
Apart from like a standout attacker, Kvara is that guy. So we've seen it. He's taken on teams. I think they drew 2 all against Scotland. I think it was in one of the last qualifying games, and he got 2 goals. He is that standout player, and I just sort of do think that I can't just go with the 3 teams that you'd expect to go through. So I am gonna go with Georgia.
Yep, I'm loving it. I mean, someone's got to put a rogue shout in there, and as Heli said, it's probably not. None of them are probably going to go through anyway. So why not throw in our rogue shout?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's move on to the kind of the juicy bit, the group stage games. So we'll start off with Group A, and that will be Germany, the Scots, the Hungars, players from Hungary, and Switzerland. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I really can't talk. I'm very tired. I'd say we went out last night. I'm absolutely knackered.
You weren't even out for that. You weren't even out late. What do you mean? you and Dan left first.
And I was out the night before. So let's all... exactly. Yeah, I've had very little sleep. So let's go through the groups then, and kind of all go through and do our orders. So Lloyd, why don't you kick us off with your order for Group A?
I'm gonna go with Germany to top the group. I think they've got the best overall team. I know they haven't been doing very well recently, but they've got... Is it Nagelsmann in now as the head coach?
It's Nagelsmann, yeah.
So they've got new coach, and just looking at the squad overall, I do think it's better than the rest. I'm gonna put Hungary second. I just think they are just a side with... They just managed to get through. They are so together. I remember in the Nations League, I think it was, England had them in the Nations League. We ended up losing 4-0 against them, and I think they ended up getting like top 2 in that group, and it was a pretty tough group. So I'm going to go Hungary second, then I'm going to have Switzerland third, and then I am going to have Scotland bottom.
There's a lot of people that are not going to like that prediction.
No, they're not going to like that. No, but that's what I think.
Fair play. Heli, do you agree? Where's your group looking?
Boys, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a bit of a rogue shout.
Oh no!
Right. No, okay, well, I'm not going to do the rogue shout now, but I'm just saying there could be a big rogue shout because in the World Cup, Germany didn't go through.
Yeah.
In the last Euros, they underperformed. World Cup before that, they underperformed. Ever since they won the World Cup 10 years ago, they've been underperforming massively. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Germany didn't go through. But the only reason I'm putting Germany top of their group is because it's at Germany. That's the only reason. Right, so...
Yeah, host nation, it makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. Then second place, I'm going to put Switzerland.
Ooh.
Because I think their squad... But it's similar to Lloyd's point, really. Their squad is so together. I mean, they beat France in the last... I know it was like 3 years ago now, but they still beat France. And they still performed. And they still performed as well in the World Cup. Obviously, they got disappointed by Portugal, but they still performed at a high level. So I think it'll be Germany, Switzerland, Scotland, Hungary.
Okay.
Honestly, I think Group A is low key a group of death. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Other than Germany, I think all 3 teams, the rest are very close. So our predictions. They are predictions. They're just our opinions. So it could go any way. We have no idea how the tournament's going to turn out. Let's be honest. First of all, let's agree that Germany is going to top the group, and I'm going to put them top as well. So we'll lock that in. I'm actually going to make the second place a bit of a 3-for-all because I'm going to put Scotland second. I'm going to put them through. I just think that they are just... I don't know how best to describe it, but they're ugly bastards. They'll grind out result after result. And I just think they've got it in them. This is their tournament. This is it. This is it for them. Like, they're going to turn up. And their squad has gotten quite good. They've picked up some big players in terms of nationality. Like, you can make signings in international football. But I just think like this will be their tournament. And then they'll probably fade back into the background, in my opinion.
That was the most backhanded compliment I've
Oh,
ever
it
heard.
is. Don't worry about. I don't.
So if you're Scottish and you're watching this, you're an ugly bastard, according to Henry.
I don't care, sweaty bastards. But I'll go Scotland second, the Swiss third, and Hungary bottom. And unfortunately, I don't think Hungary's got the quality outside of Szoboszlai, and I think I know a centre back, and I've got the goalkeeper. But other than those two players, I don't know anybody else in the squad. And Switzerland and Scotland, I know all the players for pretty much, and Germany obviously is Germany. So I think.
Right. So that being said, right, I think Lloyd shout for Hungary being second, we cannot go with because me and you, Henry, have both put them dead last.
Yeah.
So I don't think. So I think it's really between Switzerland and Scotland for who to go through.
Yeah, given we both agree, I'm going to put
I've-
Hungary at the bottom of the list now for you, and then we'll pick the other two teams.
Well, to be fair, no matter which one, I think both of them will go through because the third place.
Well, we'll discuss third place at the end, and we'll put those through as well. But
But I really do think Switzerland
yeah,
are better. I know Scotland can put up a fight. Like they did it against Spain and all these other teams, but I just feel like Switzerland just outclass them, in my opinion.
yeah, okay. I'm happy to put the Swiss in second, and I'll put Scotland third, and we'll talk about third place a little bit later on.
Sweet.
So I think we'd all agree if the decision was between Scotland and Switzerland, I think you guys would both agree that the Swiss would go through. So let's move on to Group B then, which I believe actually is the group of death, which is Spain, Croatia, Italy, and Albania. Outside of Albania, all three teams have made a final in the last kind of 10 years or so. So this is the group of death. Yeah, being honest. So I will kick us off.
Group D has a shout for being group of death.
It does, depending on who wins the.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's a bit. I still put Group B as the group of death, but Group D is
Probably,
tight as well.
Yeah.
But Group B, I'll start us off this time. I'm going to go with Spain topping the group, in my opinion. Just a kind of a quality of their squad, the youngsters they've got through, some of the pace. They just look a lot better recently. Over the last couple of years, they've really stepped up and they've brought through some big talent like I've seen Yamal, and there's one other bloke that I can't remember the name of. Nico Williams. What a player he is! Incredible. I'm gonna put the Croats through second because I just think that because Italy went last time, they're not going to perform this time. That tends to be my ruling. And I also think this is probably Croatia's last tournament before all their players just kind of disappear and they'll drop off again because
this is their golden generation.
This is it. Like you're going to lose at least Kovacic, Rakitic, and Modric from the squad by the end of this tournament, and then outside of that, you're left with like Brozovic and Kramaric, and that's probably about it. You're probably going to lose your goalkeeper as well. Livakovic is 33 now, so
he's 33.
He's old, bro.
I thought it was like mid to late 20s.
No, he's over 30, bro. He's over 30. So
fuck.
I'm going to put Croatia in second because this is the last time, and they will go all out for it. And I also quite like their manager. He's quite a solid bloke.
Who's the manager?
I forget his name, but I've seen him. He's been the manager since the start of this whole kind of Croatian dominance thing that's been over the last few tournaments.
Right.
He's a quality bloke. Italy, of course, that makes him third, and then Albania are going to get beaten. I don't think I'm going to put this out there now. Albania don't win a game. Don't win a single game. And I much love to all the Albanians out there, but surely you see the kind of teams you're up against. You're not going to get points. I'm sorry. But yeah, that would be my prediction. Heli, why don't you kind of do the same?
Yeah, no, I'm in complete agreement with you. I think it's going to be Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. As rare as it is, you're actually speaking some sense today, Henry. So I applaud you for that.
Thank you. I mean, I do have good opinions sometimes. In fact, a lot of the time.
No. Martinez over Van Dijk. I'm still
standing by it. I've seen the comments. I've seen people's thoughts. I still stand by it. And I'm just going to put it out there now. It's not a bit. This is not scripted. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, this is not fake.
This is not fake. I genuinely believe that and would stand by that even now. So, Lloyd, do you agree with us? Is that going to be your group as well, or do you want to make a change?
I'm going to make a change. I'm going to have Spain first. I expect them to top the group. I'm going to have Italy second. They've got, of course, Spalletti now as their manager, who won the Serie A last year with Napoli. So I think he's going to do quite a decent job. there. I think Croatia will finish third, and I think Albania will be fourth. But I fully expect like Spain, Italy, and Croatia to all go through.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really close.
Yeah, of course, it is going to be the kind of the third place team. It's probably going to be one of these teams that goes through in some respect, given how many go through. I think Heli, you agree with me. I just think that Italy tends.
Ever since winning the Euros, Italy fell off.
They didn't
hard.
qualify for the World Cup, did they? Like it just. I know it's Spalletti.
They lost
now,
to North
but-
Macedonia.
Exactly. Their qualifying wasn't. They qualified second, didn't they?
They weren't convincing.
They were with us, weren't they, in the groups with England? And it was touch
they
and
weren't
go if
convincing
they were
at
going to
all.
qualify or not have to go through the playoffs. So, I'm going to put. I think we're going to put them in third just because two outvotes won. In this opinion.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to third place in a little bit. Right, let's try and rattle through some of these now. England, Denmark, Serbia, and Slovakia is Group C.
Slovenia, not Slovakia.
Apologies, Slovenia. I am not good with my names or my English. I'm thinking England, Denmark, Serbia, Slovenia. Are you both in agreement with that one?
I'd swap Serbia and Denmark, but I don't really have a main issue with it. I don't mind agreeing with
Lloyd,
you.
what do you think?
Yeah, I've got the exact same as you.
Okay.
Henry. I've got the.
That's why we just do that then. Yeah.
Serbia,
Never mind.
Slovenia.
Cool. England, yeah, quality squad. I think this is our tournament. This is the time we turn up. Bellingham needs to have a great year. And Denmark, we got I was kind of worried when we got the group drawing because Denmark came through as the best team out of pot 2 and we got them. And I was thinking, oh god, we're definitely going to get Italy in group pot 3. We're definitely going to be that team. But no, luckily we're the other two teams. Respect for you both, Serbia and Slovenia, but I see you in third and fourth in my opinion. So I'll just pop that through now. We'll move on.
Yeah, all in agreement.
Pot
yeah.
D, fantastic. I think, yeah, you're right to speak about Serbia doing quite well. Just to quickly mention that.
Yeah, Serbia needs a shout. Serbia deserves a shout.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
them more in the third place teams bit, and when we kind of move them on potentially. But I think, yeah, they're a decent team. Right, Group D will be Poland, Netherlands, Austria, France. Again, this is a bit of a group of deaths, so this will take some deciding. I think.
Really, for me, this is quite straightforward.
Do you think? I mean, I would put France.
Well, no, it is a group of death, but I think
Probably put France, Dutch, Poland, Austria, in my opinion. But what about you guys? Do you agree, or have you got? Do
swap Poland and Austria.
you think Austria finished third?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh, you both agree. Okay, well there you go. Let's go through them.
Yeah.
Well, I just think because Austria, of course, have got Ralph Rangnick now, and they've been doing quite well.
Yeah.
They've been doing quite well in the qualifying, and yeah, I think they'll put up a fight. It'll definitely be a tough game against Austria for whoever against them.
I mean, we'll come back to it more in the third place bit. I don't think it matters because I think whichever team doesn't go through third place anyway. But I mean, Ralph's a good director. I don't know about him as a manager, in my opinion, but I'm happy to. You both veto that one. I'm happy to side with you guys on that. Okay, Group E is going to be Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and then Ukraine.
Oh shit! This group's actually quite arse.
Yeah, it's not a great group in terms of rankings. Belgium, of course, have dropped off and have lost a couple of players. Is De Bruyne going to be fit in time? I mean, I know he's injured currently. I don't know about the extent of his injury. I haven't seen anything saying he's going to miss out, so I assume he'll be back. And I think we'll go forward kind of assuming that he's back. But there's a chance that he doesn't make it.
Well, either way, I still think Belgium clear this group.
Yeah, I agree. Belgium to clear the group. Lloyd?
Yeah, they are the better team out of the four,
Okay.
definitely.
Did you say Ukraine?
Ukraine is the fourth team, and I'm really thinking.
I'll say they go through.
I'm happy to back
Yeah,
that.
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, I mean, we said earlier that it doesn't matter what. With
Yeah, I take that back. I take that.
Yeah, I think one of them is going through. I think it's going to be Ukraine. I mean, they got blessed with quite an easy group. I mean, they're going to be desperate to win that qualifying group, and if they don't, I would be ashamed because this is a golden opportunity to get really deep in the tournament. Absolutely mental. Okay, and then we'll talk about the other two teams briefly. So it's Slovakia or Romania. Very similar teams in terms of rankings and squad quality, in my opinion.
Yeah, not gonna lie to you, I couldn't really give a shit when you did these.
I think
No offense to Slovakians or Romanians.
no, of course, no
but
offense.
Realistically, you're not going through either.
No,
way.
I mean Slovakians used to have Marek Hamšík, of course,
how
who's unfortunately retired since then.
Martin Skirtle.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
what
Oh,
a
yeah.
player, what a
Great player as well.
Bold by choice as well. He's nuts.
He is insane. He was insane anyway. I'm going to put Romania in third, I think, just because Ioannis Hagi is quite good.
Yeah, sure.
But
yeah.
I don't think... It could go either way. I could not call this one at all. So I'm going to pop Romania down, if you guys are okay with that. And then we'll talk about third place teams a bit later. Coolio. So Group F. So that is Turkey. The final kind of qualifying team, Georgia, Portugal, and Czech Republic. Boys, it's a decent little group. I'm quite confident on who's going to come where. But what do you guys think?
Turkey dark horses once again.
Oh no! I remember that at the Euros. Everyone was saying they're going to get through. They're going to get to like the quarterfinal and they're going to do well. And they crashed out the group. I think they finished bottom, didn't get a single point.
I think, for me personally, I think Portugal will top. I think Turkey second, Czechia third, then Georgia fourth.
I'm happy to agree with that one, Lloyd.
I've got Czech Republic second. So I've got them second. I've got Turkey third, and then I got.
Why
Georgia
don't you give us your reasoning on that one? Why don't you kind of back up your answer?
well,
I'm willing to be convinced.
Yeah, well, I just think I look at the two squads, and I just think there's a little bit more quality in Czech Republic's squad. I mean, they've got Lozek and Patrick Schick up top as a front two, which is pretty deadly. I mean, they've got Thomas Souček in midfield, Soufal as a right back. They've got some decent players, and Turkey do as well. But I just think they will get through. I think it'll be close, though.
I do agree. I think we've been a bit unfair in just kind of calling that so quickly. They are a good team, Czech Republic, and we've got some big players.
Yeah, but don't forget, third place teams do go through, so we can discuss that in a second.
Yes, well, we're going to discuss it in a second anyway. So, I mean, I think 2v1, we put Turkey through and Czech third, but again, they deserve a bit of credit. Cool. So, let me quickly pop that in and we can kind of talk about the other teams that have finished third in this group. Georgia probably having a good tournament. Maybe Kvaratskhelia scoring a banger and then just going home in the group stage, I think. Cool. So, our options to go through in third are going to be Italy, Scotland, Serbia, Austria, Romania, and the Czech Republic. There are some big teams in there. I think we need to pick teams that are going to finish in the bottom two first, just because then life becomes a little bit easier. When we discuss this, it's not about the teams that are the best on paper. We've got to think about how many wins they're going to get in their group.
How they're
going to do against some of these other teams they're playing. Because I know Italy are a good team, but I don't see them finishing high just because they've got to go to Spain and Croatia and get points. So I don't see them finishing first in this kind of ranking, at least.
Well, for me, personally, if Croatia or Italy, whoever finished second, I think it's going to be by goal difference. Because I think it depends how they do against Spain, and it depends how big they beat Albania. I know I'm dismissing Albania quite a bit there, but I just think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if we're talking like that, I think Serbia will smack Slovenia about and could even beat Denmark on the day. Yeah. So I just think they seem like, in my opinion, the one that's easiest to kind of say, yeah, they're definitely through. Of course, the Scottish will smack Hungary as well. I think Scotland and
what they don't. I don't think Group A there'll be no smackings about.
I think
every game will be a close
I think
game.
Scotland could beat the Swiss, and they could also beat the Hungarians. I see Scotland finishing high, and I think see Scotland going through as well. But I think, are you guys happy to say Serbia going through first of the third place teams, being the best third place team?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I would put Serbia.
I'd like to put Scotland through second.
Yeah, sure.
You guys happy to say that?
Wait, who else? So who else are we saying?
So the other teams. So Scottish have got to go to Germany, Switzerland, and Hungary. Italy have got to play Spain, Croatia, and Albania. Austria have got to play the French, the Dutch, and the Polish. Yeah. Romania.
I think Czech Republic and Italy.
Going out?
Going through. Like the final two teams to go through.
I back that, yeah.
We'll lock Scotland. We'll back Scotland through, and then Italy in third. Do we think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
And then you think Czech Republic?
I think Romania and Austria are the third place teams that don't make it through.
Yep, I see that. I think Austria could even get beaten by the Polish, if I'm honest. But they could lose to the French and the Netherlands. I think they're only the only win that either Austria or Poland would get would be against each other. I don't see them beating French or the Netherlands, so I'm happy to put Austria out in 5th. And then Romania could beat Slovakia, but I don't see them touching Ukraine and Belgium. So I think, yes, Romania in 6th as well. And then we'll put Czech Republic through in 4th. So they just scraped through at the bottom there. So we do have our final matchups. Just to give you a little bit of background with our kind of groups here, the qualification works off what group you were in, and only certain groups can play certain other groups and stuff like that. It's very complicated and it's not something we understand. So what I've done is I've just ranked each of the third place teams based on the kind of number of their group. So I've just kind of put in the third place team goes here and stuff like that. So this might not be exact. So bear with us on that one and don't.
If it's not exact, leave a dislike because we want to see it.
Because no one ever drops dislikes. I mean, drop us a comment if there's no better way. We couldn't find a proper predictor, so I've had to make my own. So our round of 16 matchups are as follows. So that's Germany playing Denmark, the Swiss going to Croatia, Spain against the Czech Republic, the derby England v Scotland is a game, Portugal playing Serbia, the Dutch playing Ukraine, Belgium v Italy, and France v Turkey. So some big games in there. Let's go top to bottom and let's decide who's going to go through. So Germany v Denmark. I think this is an easy one.
Germany.
Do you guys agree? Yeah. Germany. It is. I don't think we need to discuss that much. I mean, they are the hosts. And I don't see Denmark making much of a dent this year, unfortunately. They've had a good tournament last time, but I just think it's a matchup too big for them. The next game is a little bit more interesting. It's the Swiss v Croatia.
Ooh.
What a game this
That's
will be.
a tough one.
Do we feel a rogue shout in this one, boys?
No, because there's no rogue shout in this because they're both evenly matched. I'll go Croatia.
You think? I think it's not as evenly matched. I mean, there is a clear winner in the rankings.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a rogue one, you know. I'm feeling the Swiss. I'm feeling the Swiss on this one. I think they could do it. I mean, I've said before they wouldn't finish. I wouldn't see them finishing in the knockout points. But Croatia aging, could this be a disappointing end to their kind of big period? What do you think, Lloyd?
Yeah, but only a year ago they were in the World Cup semi-final.
Exactly. Oh, I don't. Oh, it could go either way.
They finished third in the World Cup.
It's tough. It's tough.
And we all seen Modric doesn't age.
Modric doesn't age. I mean, I'm still going to stick with the Swiss because I think they've got consistency. But Lloyd, what do you think?
I'm going to go Croatia. I think that's going to be my final choice.
So depressing.
It really is.
No, honestly, my Instagram is literally a RedShow fan. I love that man. I love that man so much.
Incredible. Cool. Right. So then Spain v Czech Republic. Is this an easy one?
Spain.
Yeah, I think
Spain.
I'll take Spain. I think it'll be
Spain.
Not a super easy game for them though, but yeah, I'll go Spain.
They'll probably bring the.
I don't think any of the. No games from this point out will be easy in my opinion.
I mean, we've got a few to kind of come up that I think will be interesting, but I agree with Spain. England v Scotland. Boys, Are we feeling an upset or do we think we can crush them? Because we haven't really smacked Scotland about in a long time. We haven't demolished them. And I'm feeling...
Yeah, but we still... Yeah. I think we win.
I agree that we win. But I really want to see us... Because the passion is there, right? The kind of the English v the Scots. The kind of... If you speak to kind of an England fan on the streets, how much they want to beat the Scots badly. I mean, my dad in particular, big rugby fan, loves smacking them about in the rugby. And I've kind of inherited that kind of belief. And I'm sure if you spoke to an average Scot, they would hate the English as well. So it's a fierce rivalry. I really want to see us take them apart, like piece by piece. And I said I've rated Scotland kind of in the previous bits of the predictor, but in this, I just think this is the chance that England players to show your passion. To show your passion and just go out there and try and take them down. So I'm going to put England through. There we go. And then we've got Portugal v Serbia. Portugal v Serbia. What do we think, boys?
I don't know, man. I really don't know because I remember like was it for the World Cup qualifiers? Serbia and Portugal and Ronaldo had that like issue because
Oh
his
yeah.
thing got cleared off the line. Like Serbia have shown they can beat Portugal before, so I still think Portugal are gonna win, but I think Serbia could do it.
I agree. They could definitely do it. I think this is gonna be Ronaldo's last international tournament. I think has to be. So I think
Has to be.
the Ronaldo factor is something that you have to always consider. I think if you put Modric through with Croatia, you have to put Portugal through with Ronaldo because they're just
That's not really how it works,
timeless.
though. That's not
It
how
isn't,
it works.
but it is. if we're saying Modric can carry Croatia through, I think we have to say the same for Portugal because Ronaldo is just that player, isn't he?
Who mentioned Modric carrying?
I mean, it was implied.
We all just said
You said that he was
Modric-
ageless.
He doesn't age.
I
No one ever mentioned carrying.
okay, maybe not carry, but I still think they make the difference and put the teams through. So I agree with Portugal to go through. I think in this case, Lloyd, are you on our level with this
Yeah,
one?
I also agree Portugal. It's just because it's so strange because they got 10 wins out of 10 from their Euro group, which was very, very impressive. But then their manager is Roberto Martinez, so it's like I don't rate him at all. But I think that they'll do more than enough to get past Serbia in this one.
Yeah, I mean, we could see them going up against a bit of a challenge in the next round, but I think, let's put Portugal through in the round of 16. That brings us on to another interesting game, and that's the Dutch v the Ukrainians. Is anybody feeling a rogue shout with this one? No?
I think this is one of the games I'm certain.
Really? I think we're doing a disservice to Ukraine here. They have a good team. They've got some good players, and I think this game will be tight. But I agree, it is the Dutch.
Yeah, I mean, I would be quite surprised if the Dutch get knocked out here. I mean, Ukraine have got a decent team, but yeah, just looking at the Netherlands side anyway, with some of the players they've got, I think if they don't get through, it would be absolutely terrible for them.
Yeah, I agree. It would be quite a bit of.
I think this is the Dutch. I think this is the Netherlands' last chance with their goals there now as well.
Do you think Van Dijk probably has another one in him? He's only in his late 20s, I think. Is he early 30s?
No, but just their squad in general. It doesn't look like they're getting much better. I think this is where like maybe they're not fall off, but this is where like they plateau.
Okay.
Like they don't improve, but they don't get worse.
It's fair. It's a fair assumption. They've got some younger players in there. I think Daniel Malum is a big addition to that squad. Now he's performing with Dortmund. And a couple of other boys as well. Frankie de Jong, of course, carrying the midfield a bit. Yeah, I agree. We'll put the Dutch through, but I think Ukraine will have a good tournament, and this will be a good game for them. They'll perform well. Okay, this is probably the biggest game of the group, of the stage, sorry, and that is Belgium v Italy. I think both teams are going to underperform based on what we think. I'm going to go Italy just because I think Belgium have dropped off massively.
I go Belgium.
I mean, I don't see it with Belgium. I think they've had their golden generation. It's kind of come and gone. Some players are on their way out still that are still there, like De Bruyne and Courtois. But Lukaku's dropped off massively because he's having
Not for Belgium, he hasn't.
He does score for Belgium, but I just think that quality just isn't there anymore. And when you look at the Italians, as much as Italy don't seem to perform as a nation after that kind of last tournament, I just think the quality of the players is a little bit better. So I just think because they're both kind of underperforming, I think Italy will kind of be carried a little bit just by the quality of the players in the Serie A. Heli, of course, you agree with me. You think that Italy will. You think that Belgium will go through. Lloyd, do you agree with him or do you agree with me?
I agree with you. I'm going to go Italy. I think they got the better. Yeah, I think they got the better manager.
Really?
So I think the manager's a big part for Italy.
Managers can only do so much.
They've got the quality. They've got some good players as well. I mean, they've got Barella, they've got Donnarumma. I know he's not playing very well for PSG recently, but he's still a good player. Chiesa seems like whenever he puts on an Italy shirt at the Euros, he turns up and performs. And yeah, Belgium do still have a good team, but yeah, I just think overall, I think Italy will manage to edge this one.
Yep, I completely agree. I think both teams are poor, but there's a clear favourite here, in my opinion. But 2-1, so we'll put Italy through in this scenario. But fair play to Belgium and your golden generation. You managed to take yourselves up to the top of the world rankings there. So well done.
And
do nothing with it, but it's still something.
How did they manage that? Like, who is doing the rankings? How can you be first and not winning anything?
Crazy.
Like,
I don't.
That's mental.
It will change soon. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, if you want to hear a little bit more about Belgium's rising, there's a podcast on the Football Daily podcast about kind of the creation of academies, and they speak about Anderlecht and how it was kind of synonymous with this change in Belgian football. It's a really interesting listen. I forget which episode it is, but if you tweet at them, they might be able to tell you. We can have a look through. Just look for the episode where they talk about academies and the best academies in Europe. Cool. Let's move on to the final game of the group then, and that will be France v Turkey. Easy one here, boys.
Yeah. France. I think France will go through, but at the same time, don't forget what happened in the last Euros. France losing to Switzerland.
I would.
But France still go.
Yeah,
through.
I agree. But I would so enjoy a Turkey win here. That would be, beautiful, beautiful football. That's what it would be. Lloyd, I mean, two people have already voted France through here, but any thoughts on this?
Yeah, France are going to go through. I'd be shocked if that wasn't the case. But yeah, I mean, if Turkey can knock them out, brilliant. That's like one of the favourites, if not the favourite, gone. So, yeah, France to go through.
Yeah.
Well, Henry, you're a big fan of Turkey, aren't you? You know with Slabhead and all that. So I think it's a bit of bias going on.
What are you insinuating there with my boy, my player of the month?
I'm just talking about like you and him are really similar. So I just thought maybe like you're just a big fan of Turkey.
Joy, is Maguire a big fan of Turkey then? Is that a thing?
No, I'm talking about your fucking head, your hairline.
Oh.
You fucking.
I didn't get that at all.
You how why?
I don't. Well, one, because I don't have a massive.
Why'd you ruin
it's
my
not
joke?
that big. But there's no way.
The group chat. What Tom said to the group chat.
Thing is, I sent that to him as well. That was taken on a night out in Newcastle, and I sent it to him for some reason. I don't know.
So you had ammo against yourself.
Yes, because I enjoy pain for some reason. That's fun. Yeah, it's a fair shout. I do enjoy the Turks, and I would love them to beat France. I'd love France to do really poorly in this tournament and just waste their talent. That'd be so good, but it is what it is. I'm not even going to give any mitigation either. I'm not even going to say, but they are a good team. No, screw the French.
Well,
let's talk about the quarterfinals then, because there are some big games.
I agree.
Big up. Big games in the quarterfinals then. So we'll start off with Germany v Spain. It's an interesting one because I could see this going either way. What do you think, boys?
Same. It can go either way, to be honest. I think both teams squad is like slowly like not like going down in quality. Like, don't get me wrong, Spain has some decent youngsters, but like compare that to what they had before, it's just nowhere near as good in my opinion. And the same can be said about Germany. So I think it's just who's the best out of a bad bunch with this game. So I think Spain will just about go through, but barely though.
Okay.
Because I think Germany will have a disappointing tournament, even at their own.
That's fair. Lloyd, what do you think? Do you think the home factor makes a difference?
I think it can make a difference, but then it can only take you so far. And I just think Spain do just work together as a team a little bit more. I mean, of course, as I previously said, Nagelsmann's now the new coach, so they haven't had a massive amount of time with him. I know they've got the friendlies in March, but I just think it might be a little bit too soon to change managers before a tournament. So for me, I do think Spain are going to get through.
Yeah, I'd agree with that statement. I think it will be close. I think it'll be very close, but I just think the youngsters make a difference for me. The youngsters make a difference because, as you say, they're both kind of not as good as they used to be. But I just think Spain, I actually disagree. I think they're going to go up. I think the quality will
really
not as high as they used to be, but I think it will go up again. I think these youngsters will only help that. Nico Williams and Yamal, Yamal, especially being those key wingers and strikers to kind of score the goals for Spain going forward. I also think we need to talk about the fact that Morata seems to be finding his feet finally playing for Spain. I just think he scores goals for them, and he's quite high up in their world rank, their kind of rankings of top goal scorers now. We of course Carlos spoke about that recently. So I'm going to put them through as well. I think we agree with that. We'll see what happens with Germany. They could go through. They could not. It could go either way, in my opinion. But
yeah, this is a coin toss for me, really. But I just think Spain just are tiny better.
With the next game, is it a coin toss? It could be a coin toss. It could be someone who has a really rogue shout with it. It's Portugal v Netherlands. Who are we thinking, boys? What's the thoughts on this one?
I'll let you take it.
It's tough. It's tough for me, actually, because I look at the two teams, and obviously you lean towards Portugal because of the quality. I think they do have better players, but I just got a feeling that the Netherlands will do it. I sort of back them to go further in this competition, and I just think, for some reason, I've got a funny feeling about it. I can't really explain it, but I reckon that they will beat Portugal.
You would have thought that I'd agree with the opposite. Of course, Ronaldo being obvious, Bruno Fernandes, but I'm actually not. I'm going to agree with you, Lloyd. I think it's the Dutch.
Oh wow!
Really?
I think this is their year. I think this is the year that they do really well and they big hype it up, and then they will fade back into irrelevance again. I'm sorry for any Dutch fans out there.
Wow, way to put it
lightly. Yeah, I don't put things lightly. That's not how I work. But I think, this is their year, and then they'll do really well, and then they will just go back to being the team that it was like a few years ago, where they didn't qualify for a tournament and they did average when they did qualify. I think that would probably be it. But this is their year. This is where they've got all their talent at peak performance. They'll do really, really well, and then that'll be it. Heli, do you agree?
No, I actually thought all three of us would agree on Portugal winning, because I think they just have the better squad, like just better system, like recency goes in their favour as well of how they've done. I thought all things led to Portugal. Well, that's my opinion anyway. Seems like you two obviously disagree.
No, it's just like for me, it's very difficult to split the two teams, but I've just got a strange feeling about Netherlands doing well in this tournament.
Fair enough.
I think the Netherlands go through based on that kind of biased vote, then 2-1. But again, Portugal will have a good tournament. This will be Ronaldo's last. It will be his swan song. He probably will get a goal against the Dutch, but I just think this will be it. Okay, so the third quarterfinal will be Italy v France, boys. Now, as much as I would love to say that this was close, I don't think it is. Do you boys both agree that France make it through with this one?
Yeah, 100%. France make it through. France dog walking, in my opinion.
Yeah, Lloyd.
It's gonna be a fresh.
Yeah, I mean, I like Spalletti as a manager, as I've already said, and Italy, they have a decent team, but compared to France, I mean, they're just a level above. They're just ridiculous how good they are.
Yeah, I just think Italy don't have it together yet with this Spalletti, and I think this will be a poor tournament for them. Same with Belgium. That's what I thought in the last round. I think it'll be the same here. I wish I could go with something other than what I've gone for, but it is what it is. Finally, then, is one big team left, and that is the big boys from England going up against Croatia, the old enemy from the last kind of couple of tournaments we've played them, and in a friendly, and in Nations League as well. I really hope we crush them this time. I really hope we crush them this time, because that Mandzukic goal haunts my fucking dreams. There's no man that I dislike more because of that moment. Or Chiellini's kind of up there, but Mandzukic, I do not like him.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When Mandzukic scored and when Italy beat us in the final, I ain't gonna lie, I might get hate for this, but I couldn't give less of a shit.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
No. Basically, because if England win a European trophy, I'm like, sick. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh my god, wow. But like, I think my standards are so low. My standards are so low. Well, when we do lose in a big moment, I'm just like, yeah, all right.
Wow. I mean, that is the state of England fans at the moment, I guess. I mean, I see us doing all right. I think. Do you agree, Heli, that we're going to go through? Do you agree that England are going to win?
Yeah. I think we'll edge through. If I'm being honest, I think Croatia will still have the quality against us, but I think England just have that little bit more.
Okay, I back that. Yeah, Lloyd, do you agree?
Yeah, I think if we don't get through, then it's just disappointing. I mean, don't be wrong, Croatia still good side, but England do have one of the best squads in the world, so we should be getting to these latter stages and beating these certain
Big teams. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. Cool. So let's move on to the semi-finals then. Some big discussions. First up, Spain v the Dutch. What do you guys think?
Spain.
Okay, Lloyd, I'm going to come to you in a second. I'm going to voice my opinion first because it's going to make it interesting. The Dutch. I think, as I said before, this is their tournament. Spain, with some youngsters in there, who I think will do well for them, but I think this will be their touch of failure that makes them great at the next tournament, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I just think this is their year. They're make it or break it. They're going to be up for this. Have they won a Euros? I don't think they have. Because I don't think they have. I might be wrong about that, but I think this is their year. They're going to go for it. In modern times, they haven't won one anyway. This will be where they try and just get back to the top, and this will be where they put maximum effort in. Lloyd, you're the decider on this one. I know you'll make the right choice.
I'm gonna back the Netherlands. I think I'm gonna go with the Netherlands to get to the final. I'm gonna get. I don't know, I've just got a feeling it's so weird. It's like just something about them. You know, I mean, at the World Cup, of course, they lost to Argentina on penalties, which was quite unfortunate for them. But yeah, I mean, the players that they have, both very good for both teams, of course. But yeah, I mean, Van Dijk, Dumfries, De Jong, Xavi Simons, who's doing very well this season.
He's going to do so well.
You know,
I'm such a big fan of Xavi Simons.
I hear it.
Yeah, I mean, Spain do as well. I don't know. I'm just going to go with the Netherlands.
Dude, I'm not mad at that. I think both teams can go for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm really not mad about it.
It's coin toss.
Agreed. And I agree that the Netherlands are going to go through, as I said. Cool.
Yeah,
let's put them through then. So let's move on to the final semi-final. And it's a big one. And I know what you guys are going to put already, and I know who's going to go through. But I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. Because you've got to back England against the French. You've got to. They're the old enemy. We've got to smash them.
Henry.
No. I'm going to finish my thoughts first. First.
Henry, listen to me.
England going through to the final. This is our year. We've taken that step up. Going through the tournaments over the last few years, making those moves. I know you don't rate Gareth Southgate, but the squad is incredible. And you look at Bellingham right now on form. He's one of the best in the world, and he deserves to kind of carry this England team a little bit. Harry Kane, top goal scorer at previous World Cups. It was tight last time, and it came down to a poor refereeing decision that France went through in the World Cup.
And a Harry Kane missed
penalty. He is on fire in Germany. His confidence could not be higher. In Germany, I'm not sure where the game's going to be. I don't know if it's at the Bayern Stadium or not. I'm just going to have a quick look. It's not. It's going to be in Dortmund, actually. It's going to be at the Yellow Wall. Ooh. So it's an interesting one. But he didn't score against Dortmund in the league, but there's another chance to. I don't know. I know you guys are going to back the French, but I just think they can't win every game.
No,
and we are so levels.
Listen to me. Yes, France may be a smelly little country with smelly small people. I know just streets of Paris could use a bit of cleaning once in a while. I know their Disneyland characters are dog shit. I've been there, they're dog shit. They don't even play the characters right, in my opinion. Right? I know the underground tunnel is a bit of a shithole. I get it. But if the French are good at one thing, it's either their Snapchat stories or their football players.
Jesus Christ.
For that reason, and for that reason alone, France will win against England. Comfortably.
It will, right, first of all, it will not be comfortable at all. It will be on a knife.
Yes,
it will not be comfortable in the slightest. The England squad...
2 or 3-0.
It will not be 2 or 3... Bro, we will score. It will be right to the edge, no matter what happens.
Harry Kane in a big game is like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
No, bro, he turns up. He scores. He was a top goal scorer in the last tournament.
The biggest game he's ever played, he missed the penalty. He skied it.
I know. But he will have won a trophy by the time this comes out, in Germany as well. His confidence is going to be at the top.
No. Leverkusen.
No. As much as I love Leverkusen, not going to happen. It will be Bayern. It can't be a Tottenham curse. It can't be a Tottenham curse again. Jesus Christ. Lloyd, you have the deciding vote then. First of all, first question to you. Don't need to answer anything else. Do you think it will be tight?
Yes. I
Thank
don't
you.
think it will be like France absolutely demolishing England. But
Lloyd, your ball knowledge is on the line here. Don't be compared to Henry.
But France will win this game. They will, I think. As much as I hate to say it, I mean, when England did play France at the World Cup, I can't remember who was missing out that French squad, but there were quite a few players injured. And I don't really think as of right now they've got anyone who's going to be out injured, like with an ACL as of right now. They're going to have a fully fit squad.
There is
time. There is definitely time. So this might change in the coming months. But France, for me, are the best team in Europe, and I do think that they are going to beat England. As much as I hate to say it, because I'd love England to win an international trophy, I just don't think it's going to happen if we play France at some stage.
I mean...
Yeah, Henry, your blue passport can't save you now, boy.
I've got blue...
France are
I've got
going
a black
through.
passport. What are you on about?
Oh, we know your Tory mindset.
Okay, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't see it. I said at the start I knew what you guys were going to go for, and it is quite obvious. You go with France. They're supposedly the best team in the world. I mean, all I'm going to say is if in a PSG game a fan runs into the pitch and breaks Mbappe's leg, it wasn't me. Swear it wasn't me. Swear to God.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, no, okay, you guys outvote me and France go through to the final then. Meaning the final will be the Dutch v the French.
Right, I'm pretty sure this is straightforward. Okay, come on, Lloyd. I know you have a thing for
Lloyd, yeah, you go first.
But let's not take the piss.
I'll go France. Yeah.
Thank you, France.
Netherlands,
I mean,
they just haven't. They haven't won. They've never won an international trophy, right?
I don't think they have, no.
I don't
They
think
came
so,
close.
anyway.
There was the Johan Cruyff year, but I don't think they ever have.
Yeah,
They might
and then
have,
of course
but
they
we
lost
just
in 2010
did
to
our
Spain at the World Cup. They've lost multiple, and they are a good team. They are a good team. But France are just... I mean, the squad depth that team has is an absolute joke. Like, from the attack to the defence, to the keepers, like, just everything about France is great. And they will win this game, I think.
They have been to a lot of fun.
France are going to
I mean, I don't know why you've suddenly got a hard-on for France, Heli, but, I mean... I know.
No, it's just common sense.
It probably will be France, but I'm not going to back him. I'm backing the Dutch. I don't care if it doesn't count. I don't care if it means nothing because you guys have both voted for France. I'm backing the Dutch their year. Beat the French in Germany. I want to see Mbappe crying on the pitch. I just want so much sadness across the city.
What have you got against Mbappe? What's Mbappe?
He's French. It's the only reason I dislike him is because he's French. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I like him. He's quite a sound bloke, but he's French, so therefore, Nope, I'm backing the Dutch, although you both agree that it's France, so I'm going to put France as our predicted winners of the tournament. Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Right, game time.
Yes, so now we've completed that session. Let's move on to our game. Heli, I'll hand over to you to kind of lead this one. So you've got another one for us.
Right. So, I don't know, I haven't got a title for this game because I came up with it like 10 minutes ago. But, do you... Okay, to be fair, no one in our podcast has like a funny name, do they?
No.
You could say mine, like mine's the weirdest. But I don't think anyone has a funny name. Which doesn't... So, but today we're looking at funny names.
Hey.
All right.
So, you're both going to take it in turns. Actually, you're going to take it in turns. I've got a list of real footballer names. Then I've also made up my own names. And you just have to guess which one's the real ones.
Okay.
So, which one of you want to... You're both going to get read out the same list of names. But which one of you wants to be the first one to guess?
Lloyd, I'll leave this one.
There's only 4 rounds.
Lloyd, I'll leave this one to you as a gracious host that I am.
Right.
Why don't you start us off?
Okay.
By the way, you both get a guess on the same round. It's just whoever goes first.
Cool.
Right, so round 1. Which one of these 3 names is real? Arse Bandit.
Right.
Yeah, I got it. Go.
Bum, find door. And third one, anus, secure.
Oh my gosh.
So if you don't get what's funny about it, we've got arse bandit, bum finder, anus seeker. Which one is real, and which two have I made up?
Wow. Just wow. That's all I have to say.
I mean,
So, Lloyd, whenever you're ready, just give me an answer, mate.
so what was it? It was
Okay, so name one is arse bandit.
right.
Name number two is bum find door. And name number three is anus secure.
I'm gonna go with anus secure. This is.
All right, locked in. Henry, what is your?
I'm gonna back a noose secure. I just think it's very Mediterranean, and I just think it could. It could.
Mediterranean.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like Turkish or Greek or something like that. It sounds realistic. So Sakir is a known surname, so I think I'm gonna go with that. Lock it in.
You're both wrong. That's the name I made up myself. The answer was arse bandit.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Was he a footballer?
I made up bum finder and anus secure. Yeah, he was a footballer. Yeah, I looked it all up earlier.
Who? What? Hang on.
So you're both on
what
0
country? Who did he play for? Give me some information.
1 minute. 1 minute. Let me get.
I can't believe that's the name.
I don't either. That's absolutely mad. I would never have called that in a million years. Isn't there not even any links to a real name ever? Like what? Oh,
1 minute. I'm looking it up. Give me a minute.
jeez, Louise. I mean, Lloyd, how are you feeling right now?
I just can't believe those were the first three on the first question. We've been quite right by the sounds of it.
Right. According to various websites, he's Algerian.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
That's all I know.
That's all you have on him.
For all I know, this could not be a real person, and I've been
conned.
finessed by a website.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
Well, okay, well, ready for round two, Henry? This means you're
Yes,
first.
my turn.
Round two. Name number one. Take a peek. Name number two. Have a look. Name number three. What's over there? I'm not even. Take a peek. Have a look. What's over there?
I hate this.
He's a real. He's
Take a peek. Whatever. I don't know. This is a complete guess. Take a
right.
peek.
Yours is take a peek.
I'm gonna go.
Lloyd?
What's over there?
You're both wrong. It's called Have a Look. His name is literally called Have a Look.
I did have a look.
Do you know his full
Yeah, go
name?
for it.
Have a look, dude.
Is it actually you taking the piss?
Yeah, no. Do you know how it's spelled?
Go.
It's the three words, but with a hyphen in between.
Is it what?
Yeah, I promise you.
What?
Have a look, dude. He's a real player.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. How?
Oh, he's from Zimbabwe. He's from Zimbabwe and he
course he is.
retired in
Oh
2012.
my
Have
god.
a look.
Have a look.
Have a look, dude. That's his name.
Oh my god. Okay, fair enough. Why don't you...
That's amazing. Right, round three, Lloyd,
Right.
you'll go first. So, name number one, afterthoughts. Name number two, forgotten. Name number three, loner.
Oh wow. I'm gonna go afterthoughts.
Okay, to keep it interesting, I'm going to go with Loner.
One of you have finally gotten a point.
Come on, don't get who it is. I'm happy that one of us has got it.
Exactly. You imagine the whole thing. Got
Well, I'm glad you said that, Henry, because Lloyd
Damn.
afterthoughts.
Is it actually Afterthoughts?
Come on.
And guess what? That's just his whole name. Afterthought.
Wow.
What country? What country?
Oh, I don't know.
We've got to know the background of these players. We need to know they're real. You could be bullshitting us. We have no idea.
Imagine looking at your kid and going, afterthoughts. That's what I'll name them. That's what
Incredible. Absolutely.
Yeah, no. Do you know there's no Bleacher Report?
Yes. This is a Bleacher list, is it?
All of these are from their website.
Still not sure, but fair enough. I mean,
Yeah. So yeah, have a look. Doob is on here. Where is Afterthoughts? Yeah, literally, his name is just Afterthoughts.
Of course he is. Of course it is. Right.
My gosh.
Right. So and now final. Okay, final one. Henry, you get to go first. This is the final round.
Go.
Ready? Name number 1. Come turned on.
For God's sake.
Name number 2. Sperm arousal. Name number 3. Jizz horn camp.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Do we go through it
Yeah,
again?
one more time.
Name number 1. Come turned on. Name number 2. Sperm arousal. Name number 3. Jizz horn camp.
Fuck's sake. Jizz Hornkamp. I don't care. I don't know anymore.
Wait,
Right,
so what
Lloyd?
was the first? Because I'm gonna go different. I'm not gonna go the same thing.
Come turned on. Sperm arousal.
Right. I'm gonna go sperm arousal.
And it's 1-1. It's 1-1.
Oh
Henry got.
How?
Okay, fine. Okay, because
How
you're-
is that a name?
Because you are tied. I'm on the Bleacher Report website right now. I'm gonna give you another weird name. You just have to guess where they're from,
Okay.
and whoever's
Oh
closest.
my
wins.
gosh.
Right.
Okay, to be fair, you both should know this. You both actually should know this. Okay, ready? His name is Rod Fanny.
Wait, hang on. What have we got to do again? I've completely forgotten.
Okay, the name of the footballer is Rod
Yep.
Fanny. Where's he
Right.
from?
Oh, he's in FIFA, isn't he?
Closest wins.
Gosh, he's in.
I still can't believe Have a Look, Dude.
Have a look, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Arse Bandit as well.
Yeah, you are a sick-minded person, I have to say.
Me?
You're coming up with like 2 per round, bro. There's like 8 names there you made up that were mad.
So what I did was I just tried to make names that had like similar meaning or similar connotations to the original.
Yeah,
name.
well, that's weird.
Right, you got 5
America.
seconds each to make a guess. Go on. Rod Fanny. Okay, Lloyd, your guess. Where is Rod Fanny from?
Germany.
Okay, well, one of you is a lot closer
Right.
than the other. Rod Fanny used to play for Marseille,
Shit.
and he has won 5 caps for the French national team.
What?
Therefore, your winner for 2 weeks in a row now is
Yeah,
Lloyd.
come on.
Damn.
Brilliant.
Henry.
Yep, sorry, yeah, you
Well
deserve a clap
played.
there. Fair play. That was a disgusting game, but
So boys, when you like, actually, yeah, go on. If say you were to say a kid randomly spawned at your doorstep, right?
what?
And you had and you had the choice to name it.
Oh, right.
Out of all the names we've learned today, which would you choose?
Oh.
So we've got Arse Bandit, Bum Finder, Anus Seek here. Take a peek, have a look, what's over there. Afterthoughts, Forgotten Loner, Come Turned On, Sperm Arousal, Jizz Horse. What are we calling it?
Well, I'm not picking the last one, which is French. Maybe. I mean, if you've got to go with one of the one-name ones, I think as much as you wouldn't want to be called Forgotten, at the same time,
He literally,
it's better.
the kid was literally forgotten.
It's better than being called Jizz whatever. So yeah, Forgotten. It's the most normal one.
See, I'd call it What's Over There. So I said it's the baby and a half.
Oh, you're awful.
Oh god. I can't get past Afterthoughts. I think that's just brilliant.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah,
brilliant.
it does fit. It does fit.
Incredible.
So we enjoyed that
Oh,
game.
no, I mean-
We enjoyed that game, boys.
It's disgusting, but it was very well done.
It was very funny.
I think
Well
we'll
done,
do this
Heli.
again as well sometime. I'll find
Oh
some
my
more
god,
names.
that's incredible. Well, thank you, Heli, for taking
Yeah.
us through that one there.
You're more than welcome, mate.
And we are now out of time for the podcast this week. Next week we'll go through both this week's predictions and last week's predictions as well. and kind of tell you kind of what our thoughts were, as well as making new predictions and talking about another interesting football topic and having another game show from Heli. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.